ladies and gentlemen, it works. Haha. So, as he mentioned, he being me, in the last episode, I was going to test this front loader and whether it would pick up the bales, etc. So, yeah, we're looking pretty stable. I have bought another bale spike fork thingy, and yeah, it's good. It works like a dream. I wasn't nervous, I suppose you'd say. It's probably the wrong terminology, but yeah, she's good. I wondered why it wasn't mixing. Oh, it is magically mixing. That's a bit random. There we go. Stick that on the back there. Jobs are good. Now it kicks in. Ah. So the reason for making this is we are topping up the Highland coups, just so there is plenty of food in there. So the other thing that I have done, which we will come to shortly, is, mind your head, is the fact that I have cleared a little bit of space for our new venture, which is chickens. We're going to get into some chickens now. The only thing I've done is cleared space. I haven't actually looked as to which up down a bit, which pen to use. I think probably, let's get that going. There we go. We will use the fenceless ones, and then potentially put in some netting. I'm hoping that there is a fence type like that, because obviously once the chickens are in, they could potentially walk into the crop, in inverted commas. Now obviously they can't, but for the sake of a little bit of fencing, we can get that done. So yeah, that's where we are really. Yeah, I thought I had a quick look. I had a bit of a mooch around. I thought the area that I spotted in the grove on that sort of let's show you here, this area. So just sort of north of field 10. It is ideal. So I've cleared out the central trees. We've done a little bit of painting and decorating. Not even decorating, just a bit of texture painting. Just to put a bit more sort of, make it a bit more, no, it's not even homely, is it really? That's the wrong word. Well, I suppose it is homely for the chickens. So, let's get in here. Oh. Why is that still... Oh, I put it in before. I'd already put sugar beet in it. Right, we should be able to fix that with a bit more silage, hopefully. But luckily we have a front loader, so we don't need to get the telehandler. So, let me fix this, and I'll be back with you. Well, we're fixed. Job is a good one. I didn't think that was going to... I'd click that properly then. There we go. Like I say, there's probably no need to do this. Well, there isn't any need to do it really, but... and if all else failed, we could always move these, the Highlands to the other pasture. Couldn't we really? But whatever, it's fine. It gives me something to do and keeps me out of trouble. There we go. And whether they take all of that doesn't really matter. We will get through it somehow, some way. There we go. Ah, lovely jubbly. 98 litres left in the wagon. Right, let's get that shut. There we go. Job's a good one. I do like looking after the cows. Yeah, it's something that you I don't know, some people, again, it's personal choice, isn't it? But yeah, I do rather enjoy it. Right, I think we could probably just leave you there for now. There we go. And let's go to here. And then we'll hop out and we'll head to the groove. Right, so let's just leg it. Super speed. Bump. And there we go, saving. So you'll see I've done a little bit of clearing in the clearing, made a clearing by clearing. Now we need to get out of here so we're not in the way. We also need to think of a way in, I suppose, which probably I should have thought of prior to, mind you, saying that. No, that's the roadside, isn't it? So if we were to go over here, do we have enough headland? We do, and I'm sure there's a field entrance here. All will become clear in a moment. There we go. Yeah, so if we were to lose that bit of bush, we don't even need to do that, to be fair. We could come down the main road, in here. We can then go along this way. And if we put the feed trough here, that could work and then go off that way, I think. I think what I'm going to do is remember to save, because this might go terribly wrong. Right, so if we just move back a touch. So, into the old construction menu neo. Cows, horses, no. Pigs, no. Sheeps, no. Chickens. Right. So you can do a fenceless one, which is good. Let's just fences. Let's take a look. So we could use that metal. No, I don't really want to use that. Let's have a look. That's all a bit high. I thought there was a low little mesh one. There we go. There is. That's good. Okay. So that'll work. Jobs are good. Right. Back to animals. Chickens. Here we go. Right. So, cannot be placed here. So we want to be that way round. Let's have a look how this would work. Overlaps with another object. But it's going to, isn't it? I think we're going to have to do it this way and then possibly just make a little bit of an entrance through. So let's, if we go there, like that, no, I think possibly there. Yes, please. And then we can take this right up around here. No. Keep pressing the wrong button lately. So where did we... Well, I can't work out if we're restarting or what. No, I don't think we are. There we go. The only thing with this is you can't really see what you're doing. And I'm sure that this is absolutely thrilling viewing for you all. But needs must. So then if we come back down to here and that, what? What's gone on there? What the? What is? Huh? 400. There's no way that you could. 426 chickens in that. Hmm. Okay, I was expecting it to... I don't really know what I was expecting, to be fair, but... Right, where's the old... where's the old... Oh, animal dialogue? There we go. Oh. Now, this is the only issue. All the chickens are crap. Maybe chickens wasn't such a good idea with realistic livestock. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get some. We're not obviously going to get the disease ones, but Last Gypsy. Yeah, the health and that is awful. Any decent ones at all? That can't be right, surely. Maybe that's just the way they are. Don't really know, to be honest. So I'll I'll have a bit of a faff, and we'll see how we get on. So rather handily, and I'd never used them before, there are filters that you can actually apply that move the sort of... That means you can just select the ones that are either like high or you however you want to play it, really. So we'll do that and confirm. So then if we select all... No, we don't want to select all, do we? How many do we want? We don't want roosters. We can sort... now what we could do, I think, is... So we'll go female. We'll go high on all of these. There we go. High to extremely high. Confirm that. And then what we can do is select all by selected. Yes, that's better. Perfect. Okay. Then, if we come back into here, it will have... that's right. Okay. So then we'll get that one. And that one. Oh, and by the way, I did reset the... did reset the dealer. There we go. Right. So it has worked that they sort of go all out. Let's go to light mode. Okay. Maybe we just need to tart this area up a little bit then, because that's worked. Okay. Super. Right. I'm going to have a little bit of a play and make ourselves a way in here. Put a bit of a fence up, potentially. And, yeah, I will come back to you. Well, I'm actually quite pleased with this. There is a strategically placed tree there. For some reason, the fences didn't want to join up, and I couldn't stand to look at that every time we came in. I've put a little shed down, and there's a few bales in there, just to add a little bit of, I don't know, shelter, I suppose is the word, isn't it, for the chickens. The fencing, I don't think we'll ever financially recover from that. That is ridiculously expensive. And for some reason, I don't know why I haven't got the free landscaping in. That would have helped with costing, but whatever. We'll make it back. So I think what we need to do is probably buy some chicken food. So for that we will need... how can we do this? Trailer and a tractor. Right. Oh, we finish this first? Yeah, right. Let's get this job done. Actually do a little bit of farmering. Are we on? We're on. Activate that bad boy, and off we go. Yeah, let's get this done. We'll grab a trailer, head up to the store. I don't think there's any buy. Oh, could we buy it from our one on the farm? No, that's a bit too... That's a wee bit too cheaty, even for me. So yeah, we'll get the trailer and we'll go and get ourselves a load of chicken food. Now I think it takes 12,000 litres, so yeah, I'd be absolutely fine. I don't think, no, I don't think it needs water. I don't think chickens need water. Do chickens need water? Do chickens drink? Who knows? I am not an expert on chickens. So, let's get this done, because I'm well aware that we're already about 12, 13 minutes in, and yeah, the farming has kind of taken a bit of a back seat, but that's not a bad thing. At least we're doing something a little bit different. Well, different for us anyway. Well, I know we're not at the shop, but I've taken 2 fertilising contracts and 2 ploughing contracts. Fertilising, we're going to get that done on workers. Now, you should start on the headlands, shouldn't you? Oh. We'll see, we'll see. We'll just make sure it's going to do its thing. Yes, look at that. So I've turned off automatic application rate, and it's set at the lowest possible one, so that'll use hopefully next to no liquid fert, and hopefully we'll get both done out of that tank. So we'll see. If we don't, we don't. It is what it is. And then we want to find, oh, fast track's up at the, what's it, isn't it? Let's grab, what haven't we used for a while? What haven't we used for a while? I'll tell you what, we'll take the Fent. We'll take the Fent for this job, and then we can actually probably use this for the ploughing as well. So I don't think it matters that it's got the silage sides on. That will be fine. There we go. Right. We will head to the store. There we go. And beacon's on. We shall purchase some wheat chicken, which is basically just chicken food. Chicken food, which is basically just wheat. And then we'll get that to the chickens. We'll grab the Dondi and, yeah, start some ploughing. Right, final bag. That was pricey. They better start laying some eggs sharpish. Now, I don't know if it's how it works, really. Well, I do. Chickens lay eggs. But what I mean is, I haven't really thought this through. Oh, no, we're good, we're good, we're good. We're this side, aren't we? No, we're not. No, we're good, we're good. Yeah. We'll have to see. It's not hit and miss, but the only thing I am mildly concerned about is if I've left room for the pallets to spawn with the fence that I've put in and all that lot, but time will tell. So if we sneak, oh no, we'll be alright, we'll be fine. Through the bush, along to the side of the field, and then I think we're probably going to want to reverse in. I don't exactly make my life easy for myself, do I? So let's see if we can turn around enough. That's better. Aha! Almost like it was planned. And then reverse this way. Come on, trigger. Get in. Be sure it was 12,000 litres. Let's have a look. Chickens. Perfect. Don't need water. Job is a good one. So, okay, well, we need to wait for obviously their health to go up, and then we'll see what the crack is, I guess. That's good. Okay, right. Set trailer back. I don't know why I keep going to trailer. Did I clip a bit of the crop? Oh. Right, we'll take the trailer back. We will grab the plough. I don't think I said we'd do anything else. And then we'll go and start making some money because, yeah, we've got the rest of today, tomorrow, to make some cash because we've got the payments going out, which will probably halve what we've got in the bank at the moment. So, yes, a little bit of work and a little bit of graft is needed to, yeah, to make sure we've got enough cash. I mean, we have, but it's worryingly low. Now, I can honestly say I've got no idea where I'm going. My assumption is, that it's this way. This is all the yards on here are so nicely set out. Really, really are. Right. This is us, isn't it? So, let's get... What was this? What was this that wasn't half? Sugar beet. Oh, Walter. Walter with your withered beets. Right. Beacons off. I think here is as good as any. Let's just get... we'll go for 44 headlands will be enough. Don't think we need the... We'll just put the lines on for now. We can always hide them then. So... Yeah, let's go. Nothing... No point in standing on ceremony. We can start... Yeah, let's do this. Let's do it. Woo. There we go. On that one there. And lower down. And off we go. There, I've not taken the huge ploughing contracts. More of a time thing. They're like an evening job, you know, when you can sort of just either set it running and then, you know, almost forget about it. There we go. But yeah, a small-ish one like this is perfectly acceptable to be doing right now. Jobs are good. Has it got a really weird curve? Yes, of course it has. There we go. That's better. Now we know where we're going. So yeah, as I was saying, those big jobs, if I'm going to do it myself, would be an evening job. You know, sit there and just plod along. But to do that sort of task when you're trying to make a video, and this will actually be the third one this week. It just doesn't work. It's not. It's not the best use of time, if that makes sense. So, yeah, that is why we've gone for the smaller ones and then set off some decent-sized fir ones, to be fair, on a worker. So, yeah, that's my logic. Right, so that lower down and go. Right, I shall crack on. I'm going to have to move the spraying rig shortly, but that's made relatively short work of that, which is good. So yeah, soon the cash will start flowing. Well, both FERT contracts are finished and we are 97% on the old ploughing. So what I'm hoping is that if we go, we'll head down that end and we'll come back up, do the top end there. And then we can finish off like just by where we started, I think. I think that'll work. Roughly. Incredibly roughly. But yeah, I think we ended up... When I looked at a simple inspector, there was about 600 and something litres left in the sprayer. So, not too shabby. Now, if we position this right, are we going to catch everything? Who knows? Let's lower down and see how we get on, shall we? Oh, we can wipe it here. Oh, not quite. That's not far off though, really, is it? There we go. Right, spin that back across there. There we go. Keep it relatively neat. We'll complete on the contract and it'll all go dunk anyway, so yeah. Go and lift that out of there. Ooh. Mind the tree. Not mind the gap. Mind the tree. Right. Down to the end. And I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this bit, but I'm sure I can work it out. That way along. I tell you what, let's go. Oh, we'll go this way. It's just easier, isn't it? It's just easier. Right, slow it down. Rifle, there we go. Right, I shall get this one done. We should collect on... Oh, there we go. We should collect on this one and the 2 spraying jobs. There we go. Right, I need to sort of turn around in this little tight space, which is going to be probably easier said than done. And then we'll head to field 47, which I think is slightly bigger. But, yeah. Not too bad, not too shabby at all. Try not to... We might as well carry on recording this, because for pure comedy value, if I get stuck. Haha! But I didn't, because I am a genius driver. Yeah, righto. Right. See you in field 47. Well, there's probably actually not a great deal in it. I think the shape is probably easier to deal with on this one. Not that the other one was horrendous, to be fair. But size-wise, probably relatively similar, I think. Just going to be longer runs, which is good. And at least I think David owns this field. At least he managed to get his crop of sugar beet off of the field. Now, we're going to keep going. I have collected the 3 contracts. As you will see, the money is looking a little better. Let's put it that way. There we go. I'll leave a little bit more at this end, just to give ourselves a little bit of turning room. We will keep on. There we go. The headland. Now I did refresh the contract to see if any of the fertilising ones came up. I haven't actually retrieved the John Deere yet. I need to do that at some point, otherwise I will forget where it is. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna be... I forget what this one was. Would this one bring us in? Let's have a look. Another 7 grand. Big fields. Big fields. I think what we'll do is we'll crack on with this one. We'll get this one done and finished. Then, by the time we've done this, at the rate we're going with time, it will be time to sleep. Time to give up for the day and rest. So we'll be into March 3 and we'll see if anything changes on the contract front. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There's nothing we can do about it, really. April, I'm hoping that the grass is fully grown, ready to be mown. Because, as we saw in one of the previous episodes, the hay supply is starting to dwindle. So we could do with, and I don't want to have to buy it because that's just ridiculous. So we'll take a look in April, I think. April seems okay. Me for making hay? I don't know. It's the game, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna get too what's the word? Over analytical on how and when we're doing things, you know. Hey, in October, November, ridiculous. But April, yeah, I can get my head around that. So that is going to be the plan, I reckon. So I am going to crack on with this, and I will bring you back in a little while when we're not far off finishing. And yeah, I mean, the only other thing as well with if we were to do the big ploughing contracts is the labour fees. Now, all right, probably a couple of hours worth of work, but I don't know. Yeah. If you can't tell, I'm a little undecided on the matter. Well, the light is slowly deserting us, so I think the plan is going to be that let's just I can't do two things at once, people. I can't talk to you coherently. Added that in, and make sure we get this lined up properly. There we go, and we're on. Right, so I think the plan is going to be I'm going to finish this off a camera, and then we'll claim that, and that'll take us to what, 80 something? 80, what are we at a minute? 7, add 7 to that, so 81, 82 grand-ish. Go back, I'll feed the cows, and then I'll sleep. Now, depending on whether there's any contracts come up in March 3, will depend on whether I see you in March 3. Or there may be a montage. We'll see. Failing any of that, we'll be into April, where hopefully the grass will be ready. And I say ready, it's probably ready now. But we want to be right at, mind the tree, the maximum growth state. So I think that is a plan. So it's a little bit up in the air, but not too much really. I mean, it's only a couple of days or a day's difference either way. So no, there, lower down, drive forward and go. Why? What the Ellie? Oh. Bloody headlands and the bonky corner bits. Right, lose the lines, lower down, and go. So yes, that is my plan. But yeah, I think I think this one's going to be called Chickens and Contracts, or Contracts and Chickens. Probably Chickens and Contracts. Significantly more time spent on the chickens, it feels like, but I quite enjoy doing it. It's nice to get something to blend into an area of the map without completely ripping it up. I think that's why I quite like doing the stuff that we've done so far with the pastures. You know, it's an existing area. We're not destroying anything too much, at least. So yeah, I've quite enjoyed it. Thank you all very, very much for watching. Big thank you to the YouTube channel members and the Patreons. And I shall catch you all in the next one. Take care.